Hey everyone, I'm Anna. Thank you for joining us for this video, and today we have another very interesting question to talk about. Have you ever wondered how to assess yourself when you're using an imitation technique, aka shadowing? Meaning, how do you know if you're imitating a native speaker correctly, if you're making the right sounds and pronouncing words correctly? And how do you know if you're making any progress? First off, figure out your goals. Do good pronunciation and accent really matter to you? Are you serious about it? And you're ready to work hard and be consistent to improve your accent dramatically and maybe even sound very much like a native speaker? Or you want or you would love to improve your pronunciation, of course, but it's not like you're ready to make time for practicing every single day, which is absolutely fine. For the first case scenario, you will have to work hard and practice regularly. But for both of these cases, you don't really need someone or a teacher to tell you whether you're correct or not. However, there's a huge but. In this case, you have to be really informed and knowledgeable, meaning that you have to read and watch videos on pronunciation. So the thing is that there's so much educational content and information out there. Let's just take YouTube. People share all sorts of advice and tips on any topic. Here are the things that you need to do when you're imitating to have better pronunciation and accent. And these will help you to assess yourself by yourself. Number 1, listen and watch carefully, attentively. You have to listen as much as possible and pay attention to the way people speak in general, how they use a language, how they pronounce words, and the intonation. You have to watch their mouths closely, how they make sounds, and how their face muscles move. Number 2, don't hurry. And I mean don't hurry when you're practicing. Always start slow. Even if a person you're imitating is speaking fast, you'll still want to take your time to slow down their video or audio to hear exactly what they're saying and how they're saying it. And when you have honed that slow version of pronunciation, then you want to speed it up and hone that fast version. But also, take your time in general. Don't rush your progress. These skills, they need time. They need time to sink in and to be worked on. And it depends on people. We all have our own pace, but on average, you want to train at least 6 months. And don't be scared and don't be frustrated because you're working on your long-term results. But if that sounds crazy, then at least something is better than nothing at all. So practice as much as you feel like practicing. Number 3, practice a lot. Repeat the same phrase a lot of times in a row and come back to the same phrase a couple of times afterwards. Like, let's say today you imitated a phrase or a couple of phrases. And let's say you did that phrase like 30 times. The next day you had a day off. And then you did the same thing again, and then a couple of days later, once again. You'll notice that after those couple of days, it's become easier to pronounce those words and sentences. Number 4, listen. Repeat. This is the tactic that you want to apply. Listen to a sentence, repeat it. Listen to it again, repeat it. Do it as many times as you can. It's all about training. And by the way, do this after that don't hurry stage. At first, your pronunciation won't coincide with what you're hearing, but after you've done it a couple of times, you'll notice that you're getting it. So this is the thing about repetition. Your brain catches the pronunciation and then forces your mouth to reproduce those sounds. This will work as long as you're training. To do this 1, 2, 3, 5 times, it's not enough. Number 5, record yourself and then compare your pronunciation to the original one. This is the most important step in assessing yourself when you're imitating. Everything's pretty straightforward. Record yourself imitating a sentence or a couple of sentences that you can even try to memorize. And then play your recording and the original one and just analyze what sounded good and what didn't sound quite right. So those were the 5 easy things that will definitely help to improve your pronunciation and to assess yourself. You will need to, of course, educate yourself on the topic. Watch videos on how to make sounds, different rules and exceptions to those rules. Don't just watch, but practice as well. You always want to apply what you learn. And you certainly have a lot more options that involve online courses and teachers or coaches. If you're not even sure how to start educating yourself, then sign up for an online course or hire a private teacher. They'll give you this basic knowledge, they'll teach you a lot of things, and what is even more important is that they'll teach you how to teach yourself, and you'll form a habit of learning and practicing. Because to be completely honest, a month or 2 months of training, it's not exactly enough. You're going to have to continue on your own after training, but it depends on your goals, of course. Because speaking in general and having good pronunciation, these are the skills that need to be kind of maintained all the time by constantly working on them, especially if you're not exposed to the language. If you're not living in an English-speaking country, then you really need to sustain these skills. The thing about imitating, pronouncing the exact same things that a speaker pronounces, is not that you have to learn these sentences and phrases and use them, although you absolutely can do this. The point is in saying whole sentences with the intonation, connected speech, right word accents, and getting used to doing this, getting used to this natural flow of speech that differs from your native language. And then you just need to apply these skills to your English speech. And just remember, the more you do this, the better your English becomes in general. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so that you know when new videos are posted. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!